webinar. Very excited to be calling in from Bangkok in Thailand, but I know we've got people all over Asia here tonight. I can see members attending from Taiwan, Malaysia, Thailand, all the way to the USA. Welcome all of you. I'm going to go through a presentation tonight. Had a very, very successful event here in Bangkok, 550 people. Dr. Ruja attended, and so I think now, you have to get clued in. China right now is our biggest market, without a doubt. We have over 50,000 members at the moment. But 2 months ago, Thailand was about number 4 or 5, or maybe even lower down the rankings in numbers of people. Now Thailand is number 2 in following China. So it just shows you what you can do in a market when you concentrate and build it, just as I have done here with Yuha and the other Thai leaders here. So let me explain, and let's get on with the one concept, explain what we have here. As I said, my name is Nigel Allen. I'll be your host for today's presentation. Now, I've been involved in this industry now for 29 years, since 1985. And like many of you, I've done many different types of activities. I've been involved in selling various products, from skincare to nutrition to various intangible products. But OneCoin is one of the most lucrative and most exciting I've come across. However, I don't just jump from one opportunity to another. I evaluate whether it's worth spending my time or putting my reputation into, and so should you. So I've come up with my own checklist of what people should look for when they are being presented with an opportunity. First thing, you want to know, what is it? What is OneCoin? And I'm going to explain all this tonight, by the way. All these questions you're going to get answered tonight. I want to know who's behind it, who's running it, what's their expertise, what's their experience. Is it legal? I don't want to get into trouble for promoting something. Is it real? Now, by that I mean, is there a market for the product outside of the network? That's a really key question, which many people don't ask, you see. Where in reality, the only people who are interested or able to buy them have to join the network to benefit. Then I want to know, well, what kind of business is it? What's the business model? Is it investment based, or is it selling products and so on? You'll see here that we give you both income and capital growth. Excuse me, I'm a little bit hoarse because I was on stage today giving some training to 550 people, so bear with me. Is it simple? Can I do it? Yes, we have a simple but fair plan. And then again, what are my strategies, my short-term and my medium and long-term strategies? And what are my exits? In other words, how do I get my money out? As I keep telling people, we're involved in various money games. You know what? It doesn't matter how much money you think you're making. You can see it on your screen in your back office. If you can't spend it, it's not real. So what is OneCoin? Well, it's a new type of cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is a new type of digital currency created on the internet using cryptography, using an advanced mathematical algorithm. It's based upon the first one of its kind called Bitcoin. I'm sure most of you have now heard of Bitcoin by now. OneCoin is not pre-mined. In other words, we do not sell coins. Our business model is actually not to create and sell coins. We actually, if you look at our business model, as you'll see tonight, we actually sell financial online education. It is the members who create the coins and therefore keep all the profits. OneCoin will be traded on a public exchange, which means that it has a market, a real world market outside of the network. And it has a highly lucrative yet simple and very fair compensation plan without a lot of the catches you see in many other plans. Now, when I was first told about this, about 6 months ago, I didn't really understand it, because my background, I've been involved in the industry, as I say, 29 years. I've developed 3 different skincare lines. I've promoted skincare and cosmetics, nutritional supplements, other products I've developed. So cryptocurrency was a whole new concept for me, and I couldn't understand how a single formula or algorithm could have so many different solutions until it was explained to me. And so here's the first thing you need to know about an algorithm for a legitimate a bona fide cryptocurrency, it actually has a fixed number of solutions or answers. And every time the computer finds an answer, it's called a coin. Okay, so unlike illegal money games, which really have no cap on them, which have as many fake coins as they want. So in OneCoin's case, the algorithm produces exactly 2.1 billion coins or answers. In Bitcoins, it's 21 million. Now, how does that work? Well, the mathematics in this case controls everything. So once the mining begins, which is the fancy name for the computer finding solutions, you cannot change the mathematical formula. So you could produce a cryptocurrency, for example, which only had 3 coins. And how would you do that? Well, you'd come up with an algorithm that asked a simple question like, how do I make the number 5? So then the computer goes to work and says, well, okay, 3 plus 2 equals 5. Well, there's one answer, equals 1 coin. Okay, let's calculate again. 4 plus 1 also equals 5. There's another answer. That's also a second coin. 5 plus 0 also equals 5. So in this case, there are actually 3 answers or 3 coins that can be created. So you can imagine what a mathematical puzzle can create 2.1 billion solutions. Now, I mentioned today to people on the event we had, I said, you need to learn the 3 stories. And in my opinion, the first story you need to learn and understand is the Bitcoin story, because the Bitcoin story validates the OneCoin story. Then secondly, you need to know the OneCoin story, which is what's happened so far. You know, in OneCoin, in less than 6 months, or actually 4.5 months, we've got over 50,000 members. We've got over 50 people capping the compensation plan. We've got, you know, many people now who are making, you know, 35,000 euros per week already, and I'll come to that in a second. Then you need to master your own story, which is how you got started, and keep promoting and selling that to new people once you get going, because that's the relevance that makes it people identify with you. So Bitcoin, the first of your stories. Well, Bitcoin started in January 2009. It was the very first cryptocurrency. It was released onto the market, and it started selling or trading at 10 cents. That's US dollar cents in January 2009. Really nothing much happened for the first couple of years, as you can see, because really no one had heard about it. In fact, today, many people still haven't heard about it. But the only people who really knew much about it were really computer nerds and geeks who started to mine it for fun. Then the price rose to $35 each. And suddenly people started to realize there was an investment potential here. And so from 10 cents to $35, that's 350 times increase just there. Then as you see, by this time last year, or just over a year ago, it rose to $1,200 in value, a 12,000 times increase over the 5 years. Now, what you see also is that the price also came down. Currently, Bitcoin is somewhere in the region of about $200, okay? Now, it's probably a more realistic price, because what happened is just over a year ago, the speculators and the investors jumped on board, and of course they started taking profits. So anything that rises that quickly usually comes down just as quickly. However, Bitcoin is still alive and strong. They've mined about 13 million coins out of their potential 21 million. It's getting harder and harder and more expensive to mine coins, as you'll see in a second. And however, it's still a strong product to hold. Whether there's a huge upside investment return, as there was a few years ago, remains to be seen. In my opinion, I think its days are numbered in that sense. You see, the thing is about a cryptocurrency, when you start mining, you find a lot of coins very, very easily. As the mining increases and you find more and more coins or answers to the puzzle, it gets harder and harder to find the rest of them. So therefore, the difficulty increases and the resources needed to mine those coins goes up, so it becomes more expensive. When it becomes more expensive to mine, guess what? The price goes up. This is a mathematical certainty. In the beginning, about 5-6 years ago, you could use your own home computer and mine 1 Bitcoin in just 1 hour. It was that easy. Now it's taking huge server farms, data centers, with lots of people joining together in pools to mine even a single Bitcoin, and taking well over, in fact, it's taking the average investor 450 days or a year and a half to get a return on mining Bitcoins. In my opinion, it's no longer profitable to mine Bitcoins. You're much better off spending your time and money and energy on OneCoins. True story here, first recorded offline Bitcoin transaction for 10,000 Bitcoins. Clearly, I guess in those days, no one knew it was worth anything, and maybe even the pizza restaurant owner probably thought it was worth nothing, so he said, well, okay, give me 10,000 of them. Well, if this guy had held on to his 10,000 Bitcoins, they would be worth somewhere in the region of about $2.5 million today. Now, a few weeks ago, by the way, I was showing this slide and saying the pizza would be worth $7 million. That's because Bitcoin has come down in price. And so the price of it is really what determines the market capitalization. There are about 13 million Bitcoins in circulation at the moment at a price of around $200 or maybe a little bit less. So it's got a market cap of about $2.5 billion. And you'll see that we can easily beat that within 1, if not 2 years. Now, it's tempting to think that OneCoin is another copy of Bitcoin. There are many copies of Bitcoin. This is not the case. OneCoin is actually far better than Bitcoin. It's an improvement on the Bitcoin model in a number of areas. Number one, we have a more advanced and more secure algorithm. If you can think about how technology changes over, say, the last 6 years, today you'd have an iPhone 6 versus 6 years ago you'd have some brick, a Motorola phone or whatever, or a Nokia phone. Which technology would you rather have? So 6 years doesn't sound long, but in technology, things move at a huge pace. We have a smaller denomination, so the coin is more usable. 2.1 billion coins versus Bitcoin's 21 million means that it'll be much more useful as a real world currency, even if it starts to rise in value, or when it starts to rise in value as we predict. Our one exchange is our single point of entry to the marketplace. So Bitcoin, again, is sold on multiple different exchanges, all at different rates, which is really not good for volatility of a real currency. So we're going to have a much more stable currency spread amongst far more many people with a lower denomination, which is much more user-friendly and realistic as a real currency. Coin, from the beginning, you'll be mining in mining pools. By the way, mining has already started with OneCoin. It started just this week. And so you don't need huge investment in server farms or data centers. We're pooling our resources. So there's no advantage if someone has a more powerful computer than you. But more importantly here, I think OneCoin uses KYC, or know your customer procedures. So it cannot be abused, unlike Bitcoin, which is anonymous, which was used largely by drug dealers and ammunition and gun dealers and so on, because of the anonymity. KYC stands for Know Your Customer, which is what every bank uses in the world. So we are able to trace every single coin to its owner. That also gives you extra security. It means that if in the sad or unlikely event that your e-wallet, your encrypted e-wallet, were to get hacked, no one can steal and use your coins because they are tracked to you. They are linked to you in a centralized database. And as I said earlier, OneCoin is at a very early stage, and Bitcoin is also already very mature. In my opinion, the big gains, the big money is already over for Bitcoin. This is the lady who's behind it. I've told you a little bit about what a cryptocurrency is and the concept. So who's running the company? Well, Dr. Ruja, who's here in Thailand right now, she'll be going back to Sofia in Bulgaria tomorrow. She is the sole owner of the OneCoin concept and network. And, she has a huge educational background with a master's in law from Oxford, a master's in economics from Constance, a PhD in law from Oxford and Constance. She's also a former associate, in fact, one of the youngest associates ever with McKinsey and Company, with the large management consultants around the world specializing in private equity, asset management, risk management, and so on. So you can see she has a huge background in finance and law. She's also worked with major banks at McKinsey like Sberbank, Unicredit, Allianz, Raiffeisen, and of course Deutsche Bank. So again, this is a lady that has not only huge experience in banking, but huge contacts in banking. So who's better? Who would you rather have running a new cryptocurrency business than someone with this kind of background? In fact, she's been awarded not once but twice Businesswoman of the Year in Bulgaria, her home country. I was actually at the awards in December. She's also consulted with other cryptocurrency companies and published 2 books. Now, if you're in any doubt about her background, here are some of her certificates and awards, and you can see different places she's actually got awards from. And here are her 2 books, one in German and one in Chinese. By the way, the Chinese book, she's now announced the One World Foundation, which I'll have a new slide on very shortly, and that is all profits from those sales of those books will go to the One World Foundation, which helps underprivileged and handicapped children in parts of the world like Cambodia and so on. People wonder sometimes who Nigel Allen, who am I? You know, I'm the man doing the webinars. Well, just for your own information, I've been involved in the network marketing industry for 29 years. I started in 1985 as a distributor with Herbalife. That's where I learned a lot about this industry. And then I went on and built huge organizations with Larome, and then Lifestyles. I launched Lifestyles in the UK, breaking all records at the time for Lifestyles, doing $1 million in my own organization in just the very first month. I've created 3 different skincare lines. The first one was for Unicity, or actually earlier it was called Enrich, now called Unicity. And so I have a huge background in product development, network marketing development, consultancy, and so on. And I've worked with many companies in the USA who wanted to expand into Europe and beyond. So I've been selected to work with you guys and do webinars like this simply because I have a tremendous rapport and understanding with people in the field, having built large organizations and worked in this industry for 29 years. What about the OneCoin company itself? Well, the corporate structure, the company is actually a Gibraltar company, although many of the operations are run in Sofia in Bulgaria. We run our IT department and customer service there. There's over 40 people in the offices there right now. Now, you could be forgiven for thinking that we were selling coins, or with a name like OneCoin. Well, we don't sell coins or currency. We actually sell online education. We have our education products that teach people how to make money with cryptocurrency. More on that in a second. To the right of this slide, you'll see a legal opinion letter. Now, a legal opinion letter is where you have a law firm, an independent law firm, that gives their legal about your product or service. In this case, we have a German law firm stating, in their opinion, the OneCoin is a legitimate product limited to 2.1 billion coins or units. What they're really saying is they've obviously been able to check the source code and the algorithm to prove it's a real cryptocurrency. People ask about legality, etc., and trading it. Well, you can see here Wall Street Journal is talking about it. And of course, if the Wall Street Journal acknowledges it and there's trading on Wall Street, you can assume that it's legal, especially if they're taxing the profits, which they are. And of course, these 2 gentlemen who were some of the founders of Facebook and made millions suing Mark Zuckerberg for their shares, which they claim that he stole from them. And they've turned their money and put it into the Winklevoss Bitcoin Trust. This is called Chris Stone is saying sound. Can you not hear me, Chris? Let me know if you can still hear me. It might be a Wi-Fi issue, but I think I'm still sounding okay. This is a blockchain, okay? Blockchain is, in fact, this website is called blockchain.info. You can actually go onto this website and see everything you need to know about the mining and sales of Bitcoins. We have something similar going on in our back office now. You will see real-time mining going on in your back office. Again, this is another sign that the product is real because it's too hard to fake this. As I say, Chris, the sound could be an issue with either my Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best here. You'll be able to see on the playback which is correct. The playback, by the way, will be up on our YouTube account and our Facebook account by the morning. Our One Academy is our training program, which is what we sell, our core activity. 5 levels of training and education created by Dr. Ruja on how to profit and trade with cryptocurrency. It gives you the skills you need with interactive materials like videos and presentations, and it's now accredited by a European university as well. So this is not bogus training. This is training that actually has a tie-up with a European university. You get success in 5 levels. There are 5 different education packages, each containing free tokens. Now, these tokens are what you can then buy and sell with other members. Now, my advice is you do not sell them. You use them towards the mining. And as you can see here, you can use the tokens towards buying slots in the mining pools. So this question is dealt with on the next slide. What can I do with the tokens? Well, of course, you can sell them. For people who have a short-term strategy, they just want to get quick in and out, they can sell them. No problem. You are guaranteed to make more money than your package costs you. So there's no loss there, no risk. But you can keep your tokens and split your portfolio, okay? That's also good. Well, here's the other thing. You can keep the tokens and use them to join the mining pools. Another word for tokens would be mining permits. So the mining permits you get with your packages, you can use those to mine the OneCoin itself. The tokens, I'm looking at the questions here, the tokens are not cryptocurrency. Can we use all the tokens for mining? Yes, ED2Rich. You use your tokens to mine the OneCoin. Now, Dr. Ruja announced something very exciting for you today, and I want you to listen very carefully. Prior to this, you had the choice. You could sell your tokens or wait until they split, or you could use them to mine the OneCoin. Now she's going to let you, even if you join today, you can use your tokens to mine the OneCoin straight away, and you will still get the benefit of the split. Okay, every package will split 1 time. The Tycoon package will split 2 times. So even if you join today with a Tycoon package and start mining, you will still get the benefits of the split. Think about that and listen carefully to what I've just said. And once you understand that, you'll get very, very excited. Now let's look at what this could mean for you. See, when you mine the one coin, it's going to take 4 tokens to mine 1 coin. In this case, if you join the mining today and you do it automatically, like an auto buy, you're going to be able to mine one coin for only 4 tokens and still get the split. Not once, but twice if you've got a Tycoon package. Now, how does that work? Well, if you've got a Tycoon for 5,000 euros, that after the first, which gives you 60,000 tokens, after the first split, you've got 120. After the second split, you've got 240. If you use all of those to mine the OneCoin, you've got at 4 tokens per coin, so you've got 240,000 tokens. Divide by 4, that's 60,000 coins you can mine, okay? And that doesn't matter whether you wait for the split or whether you mine straight away. That's really powerful. So 60,000 coins times the starting price now of €0.50 per OneCoin is 30,000 euros portfolio value, and you started with a 5,000 euro Tycoon package. Is there any wonder many people are buying multiple Tycoon packages? Now, after a year, by the way, the price is expected to be at least €5 per coin. So €0.50 to €5, that's 10-fold increase. So if you've got 30,000 euros value now, and you hold on to those coins for a year, you could have 300,000 euros portfolio value after a year, and you only paid 5,000 for a Tycoon package. Chris, I can't read your message. It would take me off my pitch, so I need to carry on what I'm doing. Where will it be in 3 years? Now, in my opinion, the people who have the most patience benefit the most here, and it's looking like we could be at 50 or 100 euros per coin in 3 years. Now, not everyone's going to hold on for 3 years, but what if you sell some of them and keep the rest? Sell enough to make back your initial costs and keep the rest and roll over the rest. So you can make an absolute fortune with OneCoin purely as a passive buyer of a Tycoon package without building a single person in your team. Here's a screenshot of the trading platform, what we call it the One Exchange, showing how the tokens are traded. You soon be able to trade your OneCoins as well. This is the split barometer. So when this reaches 100%, then the market splits and the tokens are doubled in quantity. For people who have different strategies, you can have a short or long-term strategy or a balanced strategy. Whichever one you choose, short means you sell all your tokens. In my opinion, not a good strategy. Long is you use all the tokens for mining. Smart strategy. Balanced is also smart, where you sell some to recover your initial investment and roll over the rest. Whichever way you look at it, you're going to make money here, big money. How do we create value for our members? Well, in the beginning, we've got speculation. You buy and sell. You've also got in the beginning the value store, which is people who just buy and hold. Later on, starting probably a year from now, is when you get the utility, and that's where people can actually use the OneCoin to buy goods and services outside of the network. And we're going to be doing that through things like a dedicated MasterCard and so on, so you'll have to spend your OneCoins directly from your one account. So just to summarize here, OneCoin is innovative, it's secure, and it's real. It will be 100% mined by members, so profit stays with members. That means you. You'll be joining a pool of miners, so you can start mining straight away without huge hardware investment. The real-time mining can be watched by all your members in your back office. You can see that now because mining has started, by the way, and early joiners profit from a low mining price and difficulty, which will increase over time. You know, Bitcoin went up to over $1,200 a coin. If one coin even goes to $120 or 100 euros, everyone here on this call is going to make an absolute fortune. Okay, that is the passive side of the plan. What about the active? What if you go and build a team? As you can see here, we've got 5 packages: starter, a pro trader, executive, and tycoon trader, going from level 1 to level 5 in the academy, teaching you how to trade and profit from cryptocurrency. And they all have different prices, from 100, 500, right through to 5,000 euros. The BV is 1-to-1, 100%, and you get tokens with each package, okay? So the tycoon gets 60,000 tokens, the executive 30,000, and so on. You also get something I haven't mentioned so far, which is the Orb Gold coins, completely free, and the One Card, which is a debit card to withdraw your commissions. So I'm going to use the tycoon trader again as an example to explain the plan. A very simple plan, by the way, which you can do on the fingers of one hand. Number 1, you got direct sales bonus. 10% of all sales you make, you get in your hand. So you sponsor me, I buy a tycoon trader for 5,000 euros, you make 500 euros. Very simple. Network bonus or binary, you get 10% of the weaker leg volume. It's a weak leg, non-qualifying binary. So you don't have to do a monthly maintenance, you don't have to qualify the position, you get paid on 10% on everything in your weaker leg. Again, someone buys a tycoon package and they're in your weaker leg, you get 10% or 500 euros on a single sale in your weaker leg. Is there any wonder we've got so many people maxing out the compensation plan already? Matching bonus. The only qualification here is one sale on the left and one on the right of a trader, which is 500 euros. And you can get up to 4 generations of 25%. The tycoon gets the most, of course, 10% on the first, 10 on the second, 20%, and on the fourth, 25%. I put together a simple example here to show you what could happen with a simple organization. You're a tycoon trader and you just build a simple, small team of 2, 4, 8, 16 people, each making 100 euros per week in the binary. You could be making 620 euros per week just in matching bonus. Of course, all the others make matching bonus, but really by nowhere near the same amount, because that 4th level makes all the difference. But a 2x2 structure, you know, 16 people at the bottom, 30 people in total is really a small group in MLM terms. It's below average. What if you did 50% more work? You get 3, help them get 3, and so on through 4 levels. Now you're looking somewhere near 3,000 euros in matching bonus. That's much more exciting. That's just your matching bonus. That doesn't include any other area of income. But you know what? Leaders do more than this. You know, sponsoring 3 people is no big deal, okay? Especially with a plan and a product as exciting as this. What if you went out and found 5 and helped them find 5 and so on through 4 generations? You're looking at over 18,000 euros per week just in matching bonus alone. After that, we've also got the startup bonus. That's a further 10% of all direct sales in your first 30 days, providing you do over 5,500 euros in sales. So you've now got the potential of 20% direct sales commission on all your first 30-day sales. So of course you want to get off to a fast start. You know, if this wasn't enough, we saw award ceremonies today and also in Hong Kong last week where people were getting iPhone 6s, MacBook Airs, Rolexes. In fact, the top position so far at the moment in the plan, two people have already achieved Black Diamond, getting a gold Rolex. And you can see here are the qualifications for that. So if money wasn't the only motivator, it's nice to get nice rewards as well. And these aren't that difficult to achieve, by the way, once you keep doing the business as you're supposed to. The One Life points bonus. This is a freebie you get when you join. You don't actually have to do anything. It's a bit like a loyalty card. The more people who join after you, the more points you get. And you can trade your points in again for luxury watches and holidays and so on. So, you know, if you don't achieve the rewards and recognition, you could even buy your own watch with your One Life points, because basically it's your incentive to get in before everybody else. The Aurum Gold coins, I mentioned it very briefly. This is another reward. Okay, this is a freebie. Again, it's like a gift with purchase. When you join OneCoin, you get given free gold coins. Every account, every package gets free gold coins. And Aurum coin is a hybrid currency based in Dubai, where you get 1 milligram of solid gold and a virtual digital currency in your name in the vault in Dubai, completely free just for joining. In fact, this shows you what you get. Even as a tycoon trader, you're getting 2,500 Aurum coins in Dubai in your name. Lastly, people say, how do I get paid? Well, there's three ways to get paid, as I can see it. One is you get your one card. If you have a trader package and upwards, starter has to pay for it. And a one card is a debit card. You simply withdraw your funds from your back office to your card, and you spend them anywhere in the world or any ATM. And secondly, you can withdraw your funds and have them repatriated to any bank account anywhere in the world through wire transfer. Thirdly, and in my view, probably the most attractive and simplest way, is to use your earnings account to create and buy gift codes in your back office and sell those gift codes to new members who want to join. They give you the cash, you give them the codes that they redeem, and they join, and you pocket the cash. By far the easiest and cleanest way to get money out of the system. Now let me go to your questions very quickly now before we finish. Chris Stone says, so if I put all 60,000 tokens in today, when the split happens, 60,000 tokens will appear in my account, then I can use them all up, then the next split, 120 will throw in my account, even if none are in there. I'm not sure exactly if the maths is correct. What I'm saying here, Chris, is that if you join today, you can mine immediately with all 60,000 tokens, and when the split happens, you will be credited with another 60,000 tokens as if you'd split. And then if you have a tycoon account and the second split happens, you will be then credited with 120,000 tokens as if you'd waited for the split. Does that make sense now? So basically, you're getting an overdraft facility from the company for the split. It means you can start mining straight away. No one gets to miss out on the early mining opportunity with the OneCoin, okay? So this, I think, is awesome news and very exciting. You need to get on the phone and promote this to all your downline team members so they understand it. And this webinar will be up on our YouTube account by tomorrow morning and also on our Facebook account. So you want people to listen to it? That's correct. No one is missing out by waiting. They can mine straight away and credit, okay? So listen, thank you so much for listening. I'll be doing another call in a few hours for the international market. Dr. Ruja will be doing a special webinar on Thursday night where she will be explaining mining, okay? You need to get everyone you can onto the Thursday, same times at this time, and also in about 2.5 hours time on Thursday night, where Dr. Ruja will be explaining mining. Everybody needs to know and understand mining. Thank you so much, and good day, good afternoon.